Hello. What's up, y'all? This your girl T Pearson, home of Team Nosy, TPX LLC. You already know what it is. I'm sick as a dog. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm real sick today. My throat hurt. My voice is gone from hosting all weekend. But I have a special show in store for you today. Today, I can't even get started without my co-host. Y'all know usually we got music and all that stuff. But my computer's been real ghetto. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know, we keep it 100. My computer's been real ghetto. It's starting to update at this very moment. Okay. And so I'm gonna blame Google for that. So we don't have no music. They probably was gonna cut us off anyway if I played it, because you know I go off that 30 seconds because we be vibing. But anyhow, welcome to Kicking It with Kaniya. I'm your co-host today, T Pearson. I got my good sis, Miss Kaniya Walker. She's the lady in charge, baby. She is in charge of this conversation, coming to us live from the Heart to Hand Inc. office in Lago, Maryland. Kaniya, what's up with you, baby?
Nothing. What's going on? But I got a quick question first. Is this showing on our Facebook page?
It
'Cause
should be live on our Facebook page.
I'm not seeing it, so that's why I was asking.
Uh-oh, let me see if I can view it live from there. But yes, we should definitely be live on the different pages. Yeah, I have it in the H2H Trans Unity. I have it going live.
Okay, you know what? My bad. I'm on another page.
No, the new page.
Okay, I got it. I'll be forgetting about the other page. Got it.
What's up, y'all? We are live over there on the page. I see it live, and so we are.
I guess I'm still here. Hey, y'all. We waiting on T to come back. There she go.
There I go. I told you this joint it's been real extra today.
Yeah,
I
because
just said it's been real extra, but it's live. And this is what happens when you live. So what's up, everybody that is here, that is watching with us? What's up, Chris? What's up, Nelly Nell? Y'all hit that share button. Y'all hit that share button. Let's get the crowd in here for Kicking It with Kaniya, because we have an amazing show for us today. Can I talk to the people real quick? Let me get these banners together. Talk to the people a little bit. Tell them about what Heart to Hand is. What do you do at Heart to Hand, and what services, particularly, do you have for the trans community?
Well, first of all, I am Kaniya. My name is Kaniya Walker. I'm sure everybody knows. But Heart to Hand is a 501c3 community public health organization. We are located in Largo, Maryland, and Prince George's County. We offer a bunch of services. But first of all, we're the only organization in Prince George's County that has a one-stop shop, meaning that we have a pharmacy, we have a doctor, we have a clinic. So all of our clients can just come in and get everything done right here. Besides dental, we do offer psychosocial support. We have our links to care team. We offer free HIV testing. We offer STI testing. We offer case management, non-medical and medical. We are available to come out to do outreach, to test at people events, or sometimes just table. We've been around for about 25 years now. And so, yeah, that's what Heart to Hand does. My position here at Heart to Hand is linkage to, I'm the lead care navigator. I also have my annual Trans Day of Remembrance event coming up in November, on November the 20th. That's Trans Day of Remembrance. So yeah, that's a little bit about Heart to Hand. As far as services that we have for the trans community, of course, we offer psychosocial support. We offer free HIV testing, STI testing. I am in the process of working on, bringing in some more programming for the trans community in Prince George's County, because we don't have much. So yeah, so that's what I do. And also, if anybody's looking for like something like record expungement, name change, That's something that I can assist you with in the Prince George's County area. So that's a little bit about me and what Heart to Hand does.
Good job, Kaniya. I'm about to come over to Heart to Hand and get me some free goodies.
I'm like, hey, where's somebody at?
I was on the backside waiting for you to finish.
Oh, got it.
Listen, we got some guests in the background, man. We got some guests. First, shout out to everybody that's watching live with us. What's up, Jay? We are outside. We need y'all to hit that share button. Start your watch parties. Invite your friends to this conversation because we got some big timing folks for us, man. Tubi done loaned us some of their cast from one of the hottest shows right now on Tubi. Kaniya, you ready to bring up our guests?
Yes, I'm
because
ready.
I see them backstage. Let me backstage. Can you get our guests up to the front, please? Because I think Malik back there eating all them ribs and stuff. You know how them police people be back there trying to eat all the free stuff. Then I heard we got a wonderful therapist in the background too. I heard she's in the backstage. Let me see if she finished. Is Miss Washington finished with her client? Okay, we got our clients ready. We got our guests ready to go, Kaniya. So I need everybody to help us, help you and I welcome our guests to the stage, man. We got some amazing guests that are coming on all the way from ATL. They coming from TRANSWorld Atlanta. Tune in on Tubi if you missed it, baby, because let me tell you, they get the fighting and stuff all in them clubs. They was on them retreats all kissed up in them hot tubs. And they had to do all that work that Dr. Washington was giving them to do. But we're going to talk about it today. Help us welcome our guest, Mr. Malik Santiago St. James and Mrs. Tangela Washington. Welcome to the conversation of Kicking It with Kaniya. How you guys doing today?
Doing
Hello. Hello. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Yes.
So
Thank
first,
you.
let me start with Malik first. First, I'm gonna get Kaniya. Talk to what you got to ask our guests real quick before I get to be nosy. I'm gonna let you go first because I got nosy questions.
First of all, I want to say thank you for both of y'all for being here. And the crazy thing is that so sometimes I get on Tubi. I like to watch a little ghetto shows and stuff. So I get on Tubi. So probably like I'm saying like probably like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I got on Tubi. I typed in LGBTQ, and you all came up. So I used to live in Atlanta for 11 years before I moved here. So I'm like, well, wow, what's this? So then I started watching it. I fell asleep on it. Started watching it again the next day. And so then fast forward to probably like last week when T hit me up and T was like, oh, I got trans Atlanta. I'm like, oh, okay, wait a minute. So that all kind of like goes together because I was watching it out of nowhere. Like I just researched LGBTQ and you all came up. So I really did enjoy the show. I went back and I actually finished it over the weekend, and it was a really, really good show. And I loved it was based in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I loved it. It kept kind of like raw, especially when it came to like the Marquette, because I used to go to the Marquette. So it's all about
Legendary.
it was for me. It was really interesting because it just wasn't like everybody on there wasn't trans. So it really showed like different highlights of our journeys, what we go through, and also like how it is for someone that's trans, you know, that's dating or you know in a relationship with someone that's cisgender. So I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm happy for y'all to be here.
Thank you. Glad to
Yes.
be excited.
Everything Kaniya said. And as I was telling Malik when we was having our VIP backstage, you know, we had our VIP services, courtesy of Heart to Hand.
That's right.
You know, I was sharing with him that, you know, I am, in case people might know, you know, it might not be known, but I am a lesbian woman, you know, with a wife. And we have 4 children, one of whom, well, one is pansexual, one is bisexual, one is transgender, and the 8-year-old, he like Paw Patrol. So, you know, you know, but one of our 16-year-olds, One is my biological child and one is my wife's biological child, but we call them thing one and thing two because they twinning. They are a mess. But the 16-year-old, my wife's bio child, is transgender. He is from she to her. And we went through the they process, but he has chosen and he is he now. But he went through a legal situation which required him to defend himself, his sister, as well as his best friend against 16 people who had an issue with his skin color and how he presents. And so, the trans community here in the DMV really helped us out. We asked, they responded, and they were able to help us not only get mentorship for our son, from someone who looks like him, someone who's going through the journey like he is. But they also gave us some support as parents. It's different to hear from a grown up who went through the transgender journey of what we as parents need to know as our teenager kind of goes through that process. Right. And so, the trans community has definitely taken us in and has given us love and support, not only for us as the parents, but for our son, so that he can know what it looks like to grow up and be who he is in his skin. So now let me tell you, my son walks, baby, he comes out to school, he takes his little sweatshirt off this year. Yes. It's the first year. Real quick, we're going to get into the conversation, but y'all know I like to talk. So listen, I pulled up to the school to pick him up this year, right? So last year, last couple of school years, it's been like all of these adaptations we have to make, so he doesn't go into the girls' locker room. And like the teacher's like, well, you can just change in a nurse office and walk through the girls' locker room. He like, I ain't even trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even trying to do that. So this year he's like, nah, I talked to the coach and told him like, nah, I can get dressed basically here in the boys' locker room because they have like a separate little room or something for him, or he'll get dressed in a nurse's room and go through the boys' locker room. But he said they picked teams for gym class at the beginning of the school year. And he said the teacher told him, so, I need the girls to line up, then I need the boys to line up. So I said, well, what line did you get in? So he's like, I went and stood in the boys' line. And so he says the boys kind of looked at him and was confused. And they was like, so you a boy? He was like, I mean, yeah, I'm a boy, but not like a real boy, more like Pinocchio. And when I tell you, he told us that, it made me die laughing, but it made me applaud him for his courageous outward, right? And so now he's like, I told the boys, like, I'm trans, but I'm a boy. He come out, he take his shirt off, he got his little tank top. Is you showing your... When you start showing that, but like, and he wears suits to school. He come in. Did you smell my cologne? He get in the car. Did you smell my cologne? Nah, I ain't really smell you today. You must got on that cheap stuff, right? So it's just about allowing him to be who he is, and for him to see a show, for him to see a show that had people that look like him, that's in love. Come on, man. I thank y'all. I thank y'all. I thank y'all so much. I thank y'all so much. Listen, Jay, mind your business, Jay. Y'all know Jay. Who know Jay? No, that's one of Kaniya friends. I knew. I remember Jay from the last show.
He always on here. He always on here support.
Yes. What's up, Jay? We appreciate you. So we had some questions for you all. And so first, hold on, Ms. Washington, can you please tell us your role in the show, as well as why you decided to join the show? And then we'll get into our questions.
Surely. So I operated as the resident life coach. I decided to join the show because I was invited by Sir Producer Malik. We've known each other for more than 20 years. And again, like I say over and over, we've had opportunity to interact and engage over the last 20 years. I feel trusted in the community because I'm too raising a transgender daughter whose pronouns are she, her. I felt connected to the subject matter. And I just found it privilege to be a part of the
See, she at work. That's that work Wi-Fi. They be hating. The work Wi-Fi be hating. So what you was saying at the end, Dr. Washington?
Yeah, so I just felt like because I have a daughter, a trans daughter, I
Mm-hmm.
just felt like privileged to be a part of the messaging.
Mm.
And I'm so grateful to Madam and Sir Producer for even considering me for this project.
Shout out to the parents. Let me high five you. Period. Come on, you gotta give me a high five, Dr. Washington. You gotta. Yeah, there we go. We passing that high five all the way down from Baltimore to Atlanta right now.
Right.
Shout out to the parents that are giving our kids the voices so early in life.
Mm.
Because I can just imagine from the cast stories that I've watched that it wasn't always that easy. So, Malik, I'm gonna come to you.
All
You
right.
know, why Trans World Atlanta, and
Well,
tell us your role.
all right. Well, first, let me start off by saying I always have to give flowers to our executive producer, Madam Producer, Raquel M.R. Thomas, who is a lesbian woman. And she dreamed this project.
Mm.
She dreamed it. She woke up, she wrote down some notes. Then she shot me a text and said, "Hey, I need to talk with you about something." When I got up, I hit her back. She told me about what she dreamed. We set a date. She came here and we met at a local restaurant, and we literally wrote on napkins and casted the show that day.
Mm,
So,
mm,
she allowed me to cast everyone. Like I actually casted everyone, but this was her dream, something that she did not have to do, being a lesbian woman. So it just goes to show that we have allies out there. We have people that see us, you know.
mm-hmm,
So I just give her great kudos. My role, I am one of the producers. This is actually my first project under her leadership. And I'm so excited to be a part simply because I trust her and I believe in her vision, and I'm a trans man. And so it all just fit.
mm-hmm.
So that's where I come in. As I said, I'm one of the producers and I'm the one that casted everybody. But this is Madam Producer's dream. And I'm just so honored to be a part of it.
Baby, let me tell you, it's the Madam Producer title for me. That sounds so daggone sexy. So shout out to Madam Producer,
That's right.
baby, and the team over there at Dream Makers Productions,
Dream
right?
catchers.
Dream
Dream catchers.
Dream Catchers. See, I had the wrong catchers. Dream Catchers Productions. My
You're
apologies.
adorable.
I apologize. My parents was drug addicts, and some is still left over. So
And
some stuff get mixed up. I apologize.
I want to add that she paid for this entire project out of her own
Mhm.
pocket.
What?
Yes.
$58,000.
How much?
$58,000.
Oh my team nosy. Did y'all hear that?
So
That's when you know. That's when you know you believe in it.
right there you go. And that
When you put your capital behind it, and it's amazing.
yes, and being a lesbian woman, like
Hello. Shout out to the lesbians.
so I had to say that.
We appreciate it. Shout out. Look, here she goes. Hi, everybody. A little late to the party, but here I am. Hello, Madam Producer.
That's right.
Thank you, Madam Producer. We here. We here with you. We was waiting. You was backstage eating all that free stuff from Hard to Hand Inc. I know. I know.
She might have
So
missed her kudos.
she ain't missed it. She on a little delay. By the time they get to it, you just was saying it. She got it. See, look, there she go. Now she's saying hi. I told you the delay just hit. She all right. She got it.
I
Look,
got
there you go. She told you she just caught all of it. It's a delay.
Yes.
So we appreciate you. Thank you both for coming on to just represent all of the cast that you have over there. I wrote down everybody's name. Let me see if I can say it. Because I can tell you I've been practicing Nick last name. Okay. So we definitely have Malik Brown, which is Malik Santiago St. James.
Come through.
Say it all together. We also have Miss Tangela Washington. We have Nick Devereaux, Jamel Ashley, whom I've met, which I definitely appreciate Jamel. Sean Jackson, Alfonso Mills, Raquel Henry, Denise Jackson.
That's
We
it.
appreciate all of you all
Thank
for
you.
sitting on such a groundbreaking show, which we know Miss Raquel paid for out her own pocket.
Come
Period.
through.
What they say, she got money. She got money. What's up, Miss Ann Wiseman? What's up, the deputy
And
director there at Heart to Hand Inc. We appreciate everybody definitely for pulling up. So we have some questions for you.
Okay.
Just 3 quick questions. Audience members, we encourage you to drop your questions. We encourage you to drop our questions because this ain't no school presentation. We not the teachers. This is a conversation because these wonderful people have taken time out of their schedules to sit with us. And so we definitely want to make sure we honor that time. And so, first question, right? This is like a Jeopardy. We're going to do general question for 2000, Kaniya. Kaniya, what you got for first question?
so for me, the first question is, could you share with us how being a part of TRANSWorld Atlanta has personally impacted your journey, and what message or experience from the show stands out the most for you?
Mm.
Tangela,
Oh, okay.
ladies first.
Thank you. Well, Miss Kaniya, for 200. Um, what stands out is connections, first of all. Um, Connections, a message that's going out to people who never thought that they would ever be connected to um, LGBTQI and A affirming
Hmm.
people. Especially even my family calling me and saying I didn't know. Family who had been estranged before TRANSWorld Atlanta.
Yeah.
So that's my touch. The second thing is, Madam Producer, I'm not sure that we really get when Malik says, Sir Producer says, that she is a lesbian woman, and that she paid for this, that she is telling a story that she is committed to getting out. That is not necessarily her story, but a world story. And she is committed to sharing it. So much so that she is paid for it, and that it is touching and reaching and healing, and sealing the deal for not you and me, not hundreds, not thousands, but millions are being touched by this. I have had inbox from Brazil, people who are saying, "Who are you guys? This is amazing, and I'm a part of it." I feel so honored. So when I say I'm touched, my world is touched, my life is touched, my family is touched. Uh, yeah, it's an understatement. I'm not really sure I have the words to answer that.
Thank you for that. I thank you for that. What about you, Malik?
Well, how it's personally touched my life is it has pushed me from the background to the forefront.
Hmm.
I used to live stealth, um, and now I
And I'm
got
sorry, Malik, can I cut you off real quick? Could you break down what stealth means to people who may not understand what that word means?
so I describe it as living in my privilege, where I can walk in a room and you not know that I'm trans.
Okay.
So I used to live stealth, where I didn't announce that I was trans. I was just a man versus
Okay.
having the title of trans man.
Okay.
And I did that for a long time because of my role in law enforcement. Um, I often say, my title, I was a deputy sheriff lieutenant and executive protector to the 49th sheriff of DeKalb County.
Hmm.
And we all know the tensions of law enforcement and the community. And just because I was Black and in law enforcement, it didn't matter. They saw blue. So we all were one. So when one did bad, it's y'all. So imagine that on top of being trans.
Yeah.
You know, so to protect myself, I live stealth. But at the same time, I let me say that my transition started while I was with the sheriff's office.
Okay.
So I was basically a stud, and I transitioned while I was there, but I had 1,000% support.
Wow.
So I just it has pushed me to the forefront, especially like there was a situation, I don't know, I think it happened there where this person was walking, and I think she said, "Move your cute self out the way." I don't know if you've seen that situation.
Yes, that has happened here in Baltimore.
Yes. That literally brought tears to my eyes, but I can clearly hear God say, "This is why I need you on the front line."
Yeah.
So that's another way that it has impacted me. It has pushed me to be on the front and not the back. I like to operate behind the scenes. The only time I like to be seen if I'm on stage taking my shirt off. But you know.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that. You know, I had some questions about that.
But yeah, but I don't like to do it for kudos. I do it because I love it. So like when young men reach out to me in my inbox, I give them my phone number. I'm not too good that I can't help you, because I feel like if you really want to help somebody, truly connect to them. Because a lot of times I don't check my inbox. So if you contact me and you need help, I'm giving you my phone number. Who am I? Like we all are God's children. So
Well, come on now.
It just pushed me more to the forefront. You know, now I'm getting my inbox is locked up pretty much because of the show. You know, and I'm doing my best to answer everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how did you do this? So I'm so glad you did that, because now it's allowing me to do this. Like, it's just been, I don't know, it's been heaven sent.
Well, and I'm follow up with that, because I think as much as it has been heaven sent for you all, it has definitely been heaven sent for the viewers. It's been heaven sent for those who don't know that they need to watch it, right? Which is why I told Madam Producer, I'm gonna keep saying that. I love that title. I told Madam Producer via text that, you know, it's definitely our mission at Heart to Hand Inc. as well as at TPX, you know, the Nosies, to let the team Nosy know about this show, because it's our goal to help you all reach your goal of spreading the love, knowledge, and community, you know, with the trans community. But I feel like you guys also broke down some barriers for conversation.
That's right.
There go my sexy wife. Hey, babe, jumping in on her lunch break. She a social worker. She probably in the bathroom on the phone too. But we had some audience questions. Oh, go ahead, Kaniya. I see you.
Add something, because I want to touch on something that Malik said, because when he said that he lived a stealth life, and I think that a lot of people don't realize that a lot of trans men do. And so for me to do a show with trans men that were standing out and, you know, and making their voice heard is I was really proud to see, because a lot of times, even with the work that I do in the trans community, like when I have different events and things like that, it's so hard to find trans men. Like, I feel like I use the same trans men because I always want to include them into the conversation, because they get left out so much. But then I also film them because they live stealth lives. So I'm glad that he did make that known, and I'm also glad that he decided to step out, because it is hard. So I think a lot of times people feel like, oh well, trans women get this and trans women get that, but it's like, I know for me personally, I always try to bring trans men into any type of conversation that I'm having, but it's so hard to reach them.
And you know, like being in our community, we kind of struggle, or some people struggle with religion and their sexuality. It was almost like a struggle for me, just a little bit before the show. because of my background, law enforcement, and all of that. But it's like the show was like, it was almost like God said, okay, it's time. And so
I get it.
I'm going so hard for it.
And I get it because, like, trust me, 6 years ago, I wouldn't be sitting on no. I would not be sitting on this screen, not be on nobody's Facebook or Instagram talking about nothing trans and any of that. So I totally get it, and I always felt like that this was my calling because this is the first job that I've ever had or type of work I'm doing now. Like I love it. Like I look forward to it. Like, it's never a moment where it's like I got to get up and do this. Or I got to get up and do that. Sometimes I do overextend myself, so it can be overwhelming. But I totally get what you're saying because 6 years ago, I would not be on the platform and sharing it on my page and that. Like, no, I wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
And Kaniya, well, we appreciate you, sis. Listen, we appreciate the journey that you've taken in 6 years to be able to sit here on this platform and several platforms you've been on before. You've received several recognitions for your work that you do in the trans community and just the general community for people like me too, right? And so I want to take this time to honor you as a trans woman, you know, for the things that you are doing and have done and will continue to do for the other, you know, the little trans woman, right, that is still trying to find their voice and their place in their family and society. So, you know, kudos to everybody, right, for living your voice and saying, shut up, world. That's a shout out to Merlin Safe Haven, Miss Aya Darman, right? Is that how you pronounce the last name, Kaniya?
Yes.
Aya Darman over at Merlin and DC Safe Haven, who ran a protest, right, in the same location that trans woman was assaulted here in Baltimore. They led a protest. Huh?
She moved fast. Like she moved really, really fast. It was literally the next day. Like the next day.
So did you all ever find out who the person was?
It's a crew of them. It ain't just one person. So
that was attacked.
Oh yeah, I think they do. They knew the young lady. She walked at the protest.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, Kaniya?
Yeah, she was there. So I think that what we should do, I know we got like 2 more questions, but I think that we should like ask some of the audience.
Yeah, I'm about to throw up. We have some audience questions for you, but I wanted to just go ahead and throw Merlin Safe Haven and DC Safe Haven a shout out. Their producer. See, you got me saying Madam Producer. Their executive director.
Baltimore Safe Haven and DC Safe Haven. She just
Baltimore
opened
Safe
DC
Haven.
Safe Haven, and she just had a grand opening. But yeah, she does really, really good work. And yeah, she does really good work, and she has a lot of support. So,
so shout out to to the trans community and us as what we call co-conspirators now, right? Not allies, our co-conspirators. Because we no allies, we co-conspirators. We get locked up with you. We down for the cause and we get locked up with you. So you know, shout out to that.
No more allies.
No more allies. We co-conspirators. We get locked up with you, or I don't believe you support me enough. So we have a question from Shakita for you, Mr. Malik Santiago Saita. As a trans person, what do you want the world to know?
I want the world to know that we are human.
Ooh, come on now.
I want the world to know that if you stand by me, you're not going to catch being trans. I want the world to know that. It's not a disease.
Hold on, it's not a disease. It's not a virus.
It's not a disease.
It don't rub off.
Nope.
It's not contagious.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so I just want them to know that we are human and we just want to be treated equally and we just want to be loved. We're not trying to come in your household, but we want you to stay out of our household.
Ooh.
Just want to live, live and love. That's it.
Ooh, it's to live and love for me and mind your business. That's what I be having to tell them too. I be having to tell them too. They want to know what me and my wife do. The same thing y'all do, I hope.
Great.
Have love, communicate, raise kids, cook dinner, do homework, get tired of going to work. Like, I just hope we doing the same thing everybody doing in our house.
That's right.
So Jay also had a question for you all. Well, for you, Malik, as a trans person, what was your biggest struggle during your journey to get to where you are today? So, how did you go from stealth mode to commando outside?
Well, it got to a point to where I started feeling different inside.
Mm.
And when it got to the point to where I started being irritated by being misgendered, or like I
Mm.
could be at a restaurant and somebody say, "Well, miss, what would you like to have?" And it was like, "Oh, I can look like a miss to you." Like, bro, like
Wow.
if you see any pictures of me, like I've always been a boy, tomboy, stud, like I've always been a boy. So it
Mm-hmm.
got to be where it was fingernails on the chalkboard. And so I knew I was changing inside. And I started doing research. And then I had brothers that had transitioned before me. And I knew that that was my journey. And full circle, when I was little, all I played with was trucks, Tonka trucks. I used
Mm.
down in the country have a brick and tear up my grandmother's yard, making me rolls for my cars to drive my little cars, an 18 van. My father, God bless his soul, he brought me four-wheelers, dirt bikes, go-karts. Like that's been my life. And one thing that I can remember, because I suffer with memory loss, but this I never forgot. I was little. I don't know how old I was, but I was little. And we had to go take pictures with Santa. And they put me on this little sailor dress. And I had on my little flip-flops. They was like, put your shoes in your book bag. And so when we got there and I sat on Santa's lap, or they said I put my book bag down and I went to put my shoes on. I had cowboy boots in the shoe in the bag. And there was nothing they could do about it. So I'm sitting on Santa's lap with a sailor dress with cowboy boots on. Here I am. I'm ready.
And you probably look so daggone adorable. And I'm gonna tell you what somebody said. Somebody said, "Oh, she must have dressed herself." That's what they probably would have said, and didn't think no deeper into what was going on. So,
Yeah, so that's been my
man,
journey. You know, I transitioned while I was with the sheriff's office. I was with the sheriff's office 17 and a half years. And again, I lived as I was a stud. So not much change because I didn't really have breasts. And then I had the bulletproof vest on, which made it more fabulous.
oh,
You know,
right,
so I'm a stickler for
not more fabulous.
so it all just worked out. I really didn't have any struggles. I struggle now, with anxiety and sometimes depression, but I'm blessed to have a lady in my life that doesn't allow me to sit in that.
Mm,
So that's my journey.
we appreciate that. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Dr. Washington. Question for you
Yes.
from Ann Wells Wiseman, the deputy director there at Heart to Hand Inc. What wisdom would you offer families to support young people who are beginning to transition?
I think probably the scripture I live by, which is, I am the imago Dei.
Mm.
I am the
Mm,
image of God. This is what
mm.
God looks like. You are exactly what God looks like. You are the intention of God. This is no mistake. It is exact. It is purposeful and intentional. This is God, and it is perfect.
Mm. I couldn't even write that down fast enough. I, I couldn't even write that down fast enough. Hold on. So let me see if I can recap. That is no mistake.
Yeah.
So this is what we tell our children because I got to write down too.
Yep,
It
you
is no
are the
mistake.
imago Dei.
Imago Dei.
Hmm. And
I'm just
that's
going to phonetically spell that, and I'll look it up later.
Right.
Imago Dei.
DEI, right? The
I'm.
image of God.
Oh, oh,
You are perfect, no mistake.
oh.
That means you look like God. You are intentional. You are perfect. That is correct. You are
You
made right.
Don't start nothing in here now.
You better preach on this good old Tuesday.
Trans people
You
got the
better
Holy Ghost
preach.
too.
Yes. Speaking of, that church y'all go to is fantabulous. I'm gonna have to plan me a trip down there.
What church
We
was that
welcome
again?
you.
So that particular church was not our home church.
Okay.
But that is one of our sister brother churches.
Okay.
If I can say
So
it like that. That was the Vision Cathedral
Okay.
of Atlanta.
Vision Cathedral, yeah.
I went there a few times. I thought it was. I've been there.
Tangela and I, we are a part of Rehoboth Fellowship of Atlanta under the leadership of Bishop Troy Sanders.
Okay, I'm coming down there and going to church with y'all.
Oh
I
yeah.
want to go to church. I want to go where I can go and don't nobody look at me because I got on a whole suit
Oh
with a
no.
woman
Oh,
with a
yeah.
woman bra.
You can come in there with shorts on, baby.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull up. Thank you, Jay, for spelling that out because I went to PG County School. Shout out to Duval. I also have another question for you from me. What advice or words of encouragement do you have for a young transgender person who may be watching the show, who find inspiration in your show? I'm gonna
Um,
ask both of you as our closer, right? If you could just answer that, and I'm gonna give you the solo screen. I want you to talk to. So we've talked to Malik. You've talked to people that's walked through your journey. Dr. Washington, you've talked to people that's in your journey as parents, right? And but also you gave us that minister therapist. You gave us that minister therapist. You touched them souls real quick. They didn't even know they was gonna get a touch, and then you touched them. And so we want to leave some lasting comments, and I'm gonna let Kaniya do as well. After you all answer this question before we wrap up. But we wanted to talk to the people that may be watching this show. That's because Tubi is hot. Tubi is really, really hot right now. It's popping because everybody don't watch Netflix. We don't watch all the millions of shows. We've seen them, done them. And so Tubi is popping right now with just some new content for people who look like everybody. There's a LGBTQIA plus, right? Category on Hulu, on Tubi and Hulu, actually. And so you all are the newest, hottest reality show down there, but it's being viewed by people all over the world. So for a young trans person or a person moving in stealth mode,
So, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Versus saying young, I feel like it's just for a trans person in general because,
general,
like
okay.
Malik was like for a long time he lived life as stealth.
Mhm.
So yeah, I can relate to that. So just as a whole, or even the people who, you have so many people who expect a lot of things, but they live their life in stealth. So you say to them,
There you go.
was old, young, whatever.
Ladies first.
That's your question.
Oh, that's my question. Oh, okay.
And she gonna answer after you. Don't be trying to do ladies first. Get your thoughts.
I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman,
Gentlemen first, right now.
My advice would be to just live your authentic life. Know that you are enough, and know that you don't have to walk this fight alone. You have a army of people that will walk this journey with you. So my advice would be to just reach out to all these sources of help. There are so many avenues that you can go through to not have to take this journey alone. Use those. The wonderful organization that you all have there in Baltimore, use those. They're everywhere. We are our own community. We are our own planet of people. And so I just encourage our people to just use those resources. We got your back.
Oh, it's the we got your back for me.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
One more thing, like I feel like, so we keep saying Tubi, but Dreamcatcher's production also said Amazon Prime. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh baby, Because the
And we got
dream catchers is outside, honey. They is the dream catchers done woke up, honey, and they says to follow us. Follow us. First, follow us on Instagram at TRANSWorld ATL. So I'm gonna need everybody to make a post. I promise you, I'm gonna need everybody to share. They have plenty of content on their Instagram. Grab one, share it. Either post it on your page or share it in your story and tag them. That is the only way that we as a community can get the word out.
That's right.
Share, 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 because that's what they said. They said the TRANSWorld Atlanta is on Tubi and Amazon Prime. Please share, support, and tag us.
Yes.
We can do that for free.
That's right.
And thank you, Jay. Jay say, I'm finna run home right now and tune in. Jay say, I'm going home right now and tune in. So we definitely appreciate all of that. So yes, Kaniya, thank you for adding that in. My wife had a comment and says, great question, T. I get so worried about our Jay, which is our son. Disclosure, he's had family and friend rejection. And as he is getting older, he's feeling like his decision to transition may have been a mistake in safety wise. So, we could use some encouragement. And wife, I had already kind of gave our story about Jay. So thank you for definitely throwing that in. Because we want Malik, we would like your phone number to give to our son too.
I got
since you answering inboxes, because he actually is interested in going into the military. He's interested in just security and all of that stuff. And so I think for him to see a strong man, not strong necessarily in strength, but in mindset, because I believe that you're resilient.
Thank you.
Which is above strong, because strong stuff break, strong stuff don't absorb all your stuff on your counter with one swipe like the commercials do. But a resilient person is going to bend and they're going to keep moving. And you have definitely shown that, along with the rest of the cast, of what that resilience look like. And thank God for the transparency too, man. Y'all went through some Dr. Washington had y'all on the daggone on Dr. Phil's couch. She was having y'all sharing all kinds of just mind-boggling things.
And let me add, if I may, that it was 1000% unscripted. Even the scene at the Marquette Lounge, that we had finished filming, and that fight broke out, and Matter producer was like, go get the cameras, and we caught that. Like 1000%.
I unscripted because I know the Marquette, so I knew for
that's legendary for the Marquette, those fights.
Yeah.
So even the counseling sessions, like even me as one of the producers, I had no idea of the questions that were going to be asked. Like it was one unscripted. We were very vulnerable because, I mean, who can tell your story better than you can?
That's right.
That part.
And I'm still taking what I've learned in my counseling session and using it in my relationship today. Honestly.
You better come on, because y'all did that work.
Yeah.
And before I get to Dr. Washington, thank you for that, Malik. Thank you. I'm sorry, Malik Santiago St. James, because that's what I'm supposed to be calling you the whole show. But I want to honor you for your therapy session. And I want to honor you for I'm touchy too, right? And so when I watched you and I saw you sitting with Raquel and you was touching on her, I saw you touch her ear. You rubbed the back of her neck. You fixed her shirt. You rubbed on her hand, all while you were in this session, right? And so when I saw that touched me. Just something so simple as your honest energy. And it showed your love. It showed your love for your woman, or for the world to see.
Yeah.
But, and I'm nosy, so I saw it. I just had to throw that out there to let you know that we saw y'all loved up on each other. Dr. Washington, for you, what would you tell a trans person of any age, of any level, in any stage of their journey, as Kaniya has said? What advice would you give to them as to what find inspiration in this show? What would you talk to them about?
I think that's for me easy. First
Okay.
of all, trust their God self. Trust your intuition. There are
Mhm.
people in your circle, inside your circle that you know. Trust that. Trust the people around you that you know are the right people to reach out to, and do that.
Mhm.
Don't be in a circle by yourself. You should never be alone. You have a sixth sense. That is your God sense, and it tells
Mm.
you who you can trust. Trust that and reach out. Chin up, chest out, feet forward. Take up space.
Mhm.
Ooh.
This is your world. Walk forward. Take up space. Open your mouth, right? Be heard, be seen. Look around you. So you said you'll connect with Malik. That is taking up space. It's being seen and heard. It's saying, I want to connect with you, with my son.
Mhm.
Do it. Do it. Don't be afraid, right? Your
Mhm.
spidey sense says this is a connection we need. Make it. Make the
Mhm.
connection.
That's right.
So don't be afraid. And you teach the children, you teach them to be bold and to take up space.
That's right.
And for
Ooh.
the adults, be bold, take up space. You already know the person, you already know him or her. Open your mouth and say, I need you. Don't be afraid.
Ooh.
That's right.
Your God self will not mislead you. That's what I would say.
Sometimes they say you gotta just let that sit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We gotta just thank you. Kanaya, you were saying something?
No, I mean I had went into a whole like thinking about what she said. I had went somewhere else. But what like my final thing is what I can appreciate and what I did appreciate about this show because I hear so many people all the time, well, we want a show about trans this and trans that. But the first thing that really stood out to me that made me keep watching it was the whole thing about the therapy because
Mhm.
I know that myself that for me it's like for a long time like I know I needed therapy but I didn't think I needed therapy but then like
Mhm.
once I started my job I remember my supervisor Chiquita that was on here she always told me she said you can at least just try it one time I think everybody should just try it one time and I tried it one time and I'm still in therapy and that's what I did appreciate because I think that so many times that I heard other people talk about having shows around like the trans community. I think they
Mhm.
always want the shows that's going to be like a love and hip hop or like a just
Mhm.
drama and this and
Mhm.
that. But to have a show that like everyone like loved on each other, and they had someone there providing therapy. I think that that was good because they could have touched someone that make someone understand that there's nothing wrong with having therapy because I think that in my opinion, I think that we all need it as black people, and especially as being black trans people,
Sure.
with the
Right.
things that we deal with. So that's what really caught my attention with that and made me want to keep tuning in was the whole therapy type situation. So they let me know
Mhm.
that it wasn't gonna be a whole bunch of fighting and drama and this and that. So I really did appreciate that.
Thank you. And
Mhm.
Tangela, and she hasn't mentioned it, and I hope it's okay. Well, it's the world knows anyway, but what gave her a grand seat to our table, right? It's because she's married to a trans man.
Hmm.
Oh.
The 6-year-old daughter came out. Well, Tangela's daughter came out as trans at 5.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Tangela's mother is a lesbian.
Hmm.
So she
Mm.
has the right to be at our table.
And in a
Hello.
30-year relationship. So my mom just celebrated 30 years of marriage.
Yes.
Wow. Shut. I think it's off tomorrow because we kind of get to our one. We try to get to our one.
Yes. I do have a good blueprint. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I think there's gonna be a season 2, so on season 2 we might need to tap a little more into you because you have a lot of
She get.
We have a lot
Madam
of
Producer. Look, Madam Producer. We want to hear more Dr. Washington story.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Speaking of, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think it's important that people know that how they trying to spin the narrative of kids don't know what they want or what the life decisions. Well, that's not true, and I've seen it with my own eyes. This baby was sowing little.
Yes.
Like, so, we're here to change the narratives, to show that we are human. And another important aspect of our show is that they didn't give us space. We created it.
Come on now.
The world would have it where they would rather erase us. But wherever there's a room and we're not invited to, where there are chairs, but we're not invited to have a seat, I'm taking the seat. Moving forward. I'm walking in the door and I'm taking the seat because we belong.
And listen,
baby,
I love it. It's the walk forward. Open your mouth. Be seen and heard.
Yes.
For parents, teach your children to be bold, and adults, be bold. You already know who you are, and allow the world to see you.
That's right.
That's from Dr. Washington herself.
That's right.
Raquel, Madam Producer, has agreed with you. If they don't give us a seat, we will take the chair.
My goodness.
She would like also folks to know, if there are any pageant folks out there that's watching this, consider running in the TRANSWorld pageant, baby. It's going to be in Atlanta, Atlanta. And the winner get to be on season 2.
That's right.
So share that message, man. Let's get that pageant popping. I might gotta come down and let me come put me on the
You got to come.
because I'm trying to be on TV. I've been trying to be on a Tubi show. I'm trying to be on. Let me put that out there for God to hear, to somebody's Madam Producer here. Okay, and Mr. Producer.
And we are Madam Producer has already branded it, so it's going to be TRANSWorld New York, TRANSWorld LA, TRANSWorld Baltimore, TRANSWorld. So it's coming. Thus says the Lord.
And I was wondering what's gonna be a TRANSWorld DC.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
We got we can throw all that out there because the Madam Producer and Mr. Producer is here, so we can put it.
And we're not gonna just keep it in our Black neighborhood. We're gonna venture out because we are a army of people. That includes Black, that includes Asian. So that's where we're moving this thing to. We're bringing in more trans women because sadly, a lot of trans women don't get to live in their privilege.
Yeah.
So they face more harm and attacks and just for being who they are. And so we're bringing in more trans women and bringing in more people to show the world we are here and we're not going anywhere.
We're not leaving.
Well, I can tell you what, Madam Producer, DC got some fine ass trans woman. You better come on. I got a couple I sign up right now. Let me shut up. My wife watching. Y'all trying to get me in trouble. You advocating.
Look,
she said, "Oh no." See what I'm saying? Go back to work. You got a client waiting, Miss Holmes. Man, we so appreciate this conversation. Thank you so much. I would like to throw a pitch for. I appreciate Jamel. I appreciate Alfonso sharing their status.
Yes.
I do a lot of HIV work here. I am a co-host on season 2 of Positive Voices podcast, which will drop on World AIDS Day. And we had that podcast is focused on individuals living with HIV or AIDS. And I sit in the negative space, but as a co-conspirator, right? My dad had AIDS, full-blown AIDS, and several of my family members, including one of my little sis, Ann and I, little sis, that passed away at a decision that she made when she was in her 20s. And so I honor them for sharing their story publicly on this show and their love. on this show, loving through the diagnosis is what I heard them
Yeah.
say.
That's right.
And so I just wanted to honor them before we get out of here. Congratulations on that baby. Um, but definitely make sure you guys tune in because we have actually a couple episodes that are focused on trans health as
Okay.
it relates to HIV and AIDS and all of that stuff. And I'm just saying, if y'all want to have a watch party, I'm sure me and my co-host will come and do that in the ATL area as we kind of get the word out about trans health as it relates to all kinds of factors of the medicine world. So thank you. Thank you. Tawanda said I enjoyed the live. Good job, Kaniya. I felt like that's how she wrote it, so I had to read it like that. Yep. And Tubi, yes, please put me on one of y'all shows. Tell him, wife, because I watch all the episodes of Tubi. Sophia gave hearts up because we appreciate you all being here with us.
Thank you.
Definitely
Thank you for having
enjoyed
me.
myself as the comments that are coming in. We love y'all.
Thank you.
Here's to season 1 reaching magnitudes that you never even dreamed of as you all were sitting in that coffee shop and planning this out. As Madam Producer was signing them checks and hoping that it met, that it was worth it.
Yeah.
I want to tell you, we want to tell you that it was so worth it. The show is amazing. And the dialogue is authentic, candid, and honest. And it is going to break barriers down and allow people, as Dr. Washington said, to be seen, to be bold, and to be heard.
Right.
Because you all are sharing your journeys of honesty in a transparent way with the world. Madam Producer, God is absolutely mighty. I felt God through it. And I want to say before we get up out of here that people feel like God don't like the gays. But there are 4 people on this screen and several in the comments that will tell you that I don't even like half of it. I don't even like some of the gays either. But God, I don't like some of the straights either.
Right.
I don't like some of the straights either. But God loves me and all of my ragginess.
That's right.
Right? And he loves us all in all of his glory, regardless of orientation, sexual choice, preference, skin color, bank status. You know, he loves us broke or rich. And so I just definitely honor you all for lifting that up in the episodes as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kaniya, you got anything else before my long-winded butt say anything else?
No, just make sure you go and follow. What's the social media again?
Oh, I'm gonna put it up. I got it right here. Let me put it up. Let me go back to all these Madam Producer things because she was working.
Don't forget it's on Tubi and Amazon Prime because I do have friends that think that Tubi is ghetto. That they judge me for it.
That's because they only watching them Detroit movies.
Well, they don't know that Fox just purchased Tubi.
Hello.
Okay.
So
you better tell them.
But it's also on Amazon Prime too. So if you don't want to go to Tubi, you can go to Amazon Prime. So you don't have an excuse to not check it out.
That's right.
And you can go to YouTube. They're on Instagram, TRANSWorld Atlanta. As like Kaniya just reminded us, they are on Tubi and Amazon Prime. And we also are on YouTube.
That's right.
Dreamcatchers Productions.
And we also have an podcast. It's a TRANSWorld podcast.
And that's on YouTube because I watched some of those episodes on YouTube.
YouTube, Spotify, other places, yes.
Oh, y'all outside. Y'all are outside. So listen, y'all got everywhere we can go to follow them.
That's right.
We have everywhere we can go to follow them. Shakita says, thank you all. Marquetta Foster says, thank you. I'll have to catch the show. Kaniya, you did great. Thanks to the whole live cast for the conversation.
Thank you.
Team Nosy, we was outside. Yes, we was. We was outside. We appreciate you. Please enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to get back in bed and take some more Theraflu, but this was definitely worth me getting out of bed for and pushing myself through. And I can't wait to show my son when he comes from school. So thank you again.
Gotta get my number too.
Thank you.
Oh, email me your number because you got my email.
I got you.
Right, Maria on pool. All right, Dr. Washington. Thank you, Kaniya. You know we love you outside. We is outside, heart in hand ink. Make sure you guys pull up 9701 Apollo Drive, Suite 102. Testing.
No, Suite 400. You send them to administrative offices and stuff. And Graham gonna get you. It's Suite 400 on the 4th floor.
And thank
on
you.
The fourth, but they say on the 4th floor. Go up to the 4th floor. All right.
Thank you, Kaniya, for the great work that you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, brother. We gonna go now. Let me go on. We gotta go take our little tight white t-shirts off that's black in color. Bye.
Bye.
We call you back.
Okay.